Hi everybody. It's a great pleasure for me to be able to address you, even if it's all the way from Canada. Um, it's many years since I was last in Iran, in 1974, in fact. I was there in Tehran to train young Iranian television and radio producers how to make educational programs of a high quality and that were effective for learning. A lot has happened since then in fully advanced countries like Canada and the United States. Um, there's been a great deal of automation and use of digital technologies, which is really changing industry. It's removing a lot of unskilled jobs and creating new jobs and new skills. Um, so I wrote a book called Teaching in a Digital Age, which is an open access book. It's available free on the internet, which you can download, about how to prepare students for this new age of automation and artificial intelligence. And it deals with three issues primarily. One is about making education more accessible and flexible for students. One of the key issues that's going to happen in most developed countries is that students will need to go on learning well after graduation as technology changes, as the industry changes. So they need to be able to access the university without necessarily having to be in residence or having to come to the campus. So one of the things that technology can do is to increase access and flexibility. The second issue is developing the knowledge and skills that students will need in the 21st century. Memorization is no longer as important as it was. What we need people to do in the 21st century is to be able to think critically, to know how to find and analyze information, how to apply it in their work, how to be independent learners. So there's a whole range of so-called soft skills that we need to consciously develop in our teaching in universities and colleges. And the third is how do we choose and use technology for teaching? Because many of these skills lend themselves, or other technology such as online learning, lends themselves very much to the development of these 21st century skills. So the book, although technology is very important, the book is really more about teaching than technology. It's what are you trying to achieve, what learning outcomes do you want to get, what methods can you use to achieve those, and how can technology help and facilitate the development of that knowledge and skills that students will need. And it's a long book, it's 500 pages, and it's not meant as something you sit down and read all the way through, although there is a logic and a coherence in the chapters. It's really a resource for instructors where you can go in, and if you want to think about how you're teaching, you can look at the chapters on teaching methods. If you're wondering about what technology to use and how best to use it, there's chapters on that. And you go to it when you need it, basically. And I'm very grateful to Professor Kershowitz and his team for doing a Persian translation. I think it's really important. I want to get this book to as many people as possible, to many countries as possible. This will be the 11th language it will be translated into. And so I'm very grateful, and I hope you enjoy your workshop. I'm sure it'll be very enjoyable for you. Thank you.